postcard. And it said, "I cannot express in words to you how thankful I am for you pushing me to run for state office and all your help along the way. You truly are a great friend and influence as well as a hero of mine. Thank you so much for always being there and helping me anytime I need you. I hope teaching is going well, but always remember there's a nunnery somewhere that would be glad to have you." Just kidding. You're a great teacher. Hope to see you soon. Signed, Morgan Smith. Now, those of you who know Morgan know that he's pretty funny, and he tells you how it is, whether you want to hear it or not. So he sent me this postcard right when I needed it the most. So Virginia FFA, it is my honor and privilege to introduce you tonight to your state Vice President, Mr. Morgan Smith.
Morgan, what are you doing?
Standing backstage.
Dude, go give your RA.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I didn't finish.
You didn't finish?
No. Easy on the corduroy. Oh, well, as I said, my name is Morgan Smith, and if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that I like to put things off for, well, as long as possible. My teachers, parents, brother, have all called me the king of, wait for it, procrastination. Now, I was the guy who had every intention of doing his homework as soon as he got home. But other typical teenager things got in the way, like laying on the couch, eating Doritos, watching TV, sleeping, waking up, going for more Doritos. You know how that rolls. I know everybody knows how that rolls. Come on. There we go. All right. So, deadlines, time frames, now, we never really saw eye to eye, if you know what I mean. Well, it's been a little less than a year ago now that my brother, dad, and I were sitting on our back porch having a conversation, eagerly awaiting my mom to get home with some food, because I'm sure you can tell I do like to grub up. Now, randomly in our conversation, my brother looks at me and says, "Morgan, what do you want to do with your life?" I thought for a minute, and I turned to him and said, "Caleb, you know, I honestly don't know, dude." Now, knowing I was college age, of course, he looks at me and says, "Well, dummy, ain't it about time you figuring that out?" So, I had no reply. He was right. So, I asked him the same question. "Caleb, what do you want to do with yours?" He said, "Morgan, I don't know, but I have plenty of time." All I could think about after my brother told me this was, I thought the exact same thing when I was his age, and I'm no farther now than I am then. Because of my poor time management skills, I've missed out on opportunities that I would never be able to achieve again, including doing what most of you are trying to do this week, winning a state CDE. Now, my sophomore year of high school, we had a new advisor come to our school, and he started up this parliamentary procedure team. You know, he came to one of the meetings and described it, and it sounded pretty cool, so I was just like anybody else, you know, good old Morgan, I got this. Go to a meeting, I got it right, you know, I'm good. Wrong, way wrong, all right. No, I was terrible, all right. So, I felt really overshadowed by the kids who didn't know what they were doing, and I don't know, I didn't see a way out. So, instead of working and trying to figure out how to fix the problem and understand what was going on, I quit. I took the easy way out. I quit. Now, while I freed up some of my time, which, don't worry, I assure you, I did nothing worth remembering with, the team went on and they won state without me. The time for me to win that is long gone. I will never be able to go back in time and join that team and be able to go and win that competition. And it's just, time flies. Zig Ziglar, an American author, salesman, and motivational speaker, once said, "I don't have an alarm clock, I have an opportunity clock. Whether we like it or not, our life has a clock, an opportunity clock. We only have so much time in our lives to achieve what we want to and obtain the experiences and knowledge we would like to. In the video, Leaders Eat Last,
Acts of human generosity. Act of human generosity is defined as giving of your time and energy and expecting nothing in return. Money doesn't work, sorry. If I told you that this morning I gave $1,000 to charity, what would you think of me? You'd be like, good for you. What, do you want a medal? But if I told you that last Saturday I gave up my day and I went and painted schools in the inner city, then what would you think? You'd be like, nice, cool, I should do more, right? The value of my labor, much less than $1,000, could have hired many more people for $1,000 to go paint schools in the inner city. But you see, as human beings, we put a premium on time because it is an equal commodity and it is a non-redeemable commodity. You spend money, you make money. You spend time, you'll never get it back. Some of you are sitting in this room right now saying, I will never get this time back. I got nothing for you. So we put a premium on people who give us their time and energy. A leader who says to you, I'll pay for something for you, is not a leader. A leader who comes and sits down next to you and says, how can I help you, is a leader.
we put a premium on time because it is an equal commodity and because it is a non-redeemable commodity. Time is a non-refundable, non-renewable resource, and once it's gone, it is never coming back. Merriam-Webster defines the word investment as, can you get that up on the screen, please? Okay, well, it defines it as the process of exchanging income for an asset that is expected to produce earnings at a later time. Now, dictionary.com defines the word spend as to pay out, disperse, or expend, dispose of money, wealth, resources, etc. Now, at the end of that little definition there, I don't know if you got time to see, but there's this little closed parentheses. And these two little dots that are up and down, that's called a colon. Now, if I'm texting you, and I send you this closed parentheses in this colon, what are you going to think? You're going to think, Morgan, oh my gosh, I offended you. Why did I do that? I'm so sorry. You're probably not going to think that, but you're going to know I'm sad. The definition of spend in itself is sad, so when it comes to something as precious as my time, I think I'm going to take an investment over spending it and getting rid of it. God does not promise us another breath, much less another tomorrow, so what are we doing with it? Now, my dad started off his career in a factory, and if that's what you want to do, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. But one day after church, my dad was talking to an elderly man that attended with us by the name of Mr. Hess. And Dad was talking about how much he didn't want to go to work next day. He dreaded his job and really just wished he did not have to work there. Well, Mr. Hess just looked at him and said, quit tomorrow. My dad's a little taken back when he hears this. He's got mouths to feed, bills to pay. He can't just quit tomorrow. That's his only source of income. Mr. Hess assured him that his problem wasn't not wanting to work there. It was taking time out of his life to do something he hated. Now, if you don't want to do something, do not do it. Life is too short for that. If you want to play sports, play sports. If you want to go to college, go to college. If you want to start your own business, do it. No one's telling you you can't. Now, no one ever said it all be sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes bad things happen, and when those bad things happen, we ask ourselves, what if? I've seen people stare at the first door of opportunity after it closed so long in denial or disbelief, asking themselves what if, that the second door is open and closed before they realize what just happened. That second door could have been things like making money, opportunities to start new relationships, even something huge like a dream job. Virginia FFA, we have 3 days left at this state convention. So let's get off the couch, put down the Doritos, and invest our time as we make our mark.
Morgan, even though you are a Chevy guy, I'm glad I can call you my friend. Whether it's watching and talking about NASCAR together, sharing hunting and fishing stories that might have had a little bit of stretched truth in them, or you teaching me why off-brand Coke is nowhere near as good as regular Coke. We always found a way to have a good time. You're always there to bring us back whenever we had a really crazy idea. And your ability to always stand by what you believe in is what I respect about you most. I can't wait to start my new school year at Virginia Tech with you.
Morgan, from serving as area officers together to now the state officer team, we've been through a lot. It's nice to have someone on the team who shares the same love for curvy roads and mountains. Even though our team may think we're reckless drivers, I think we do just fine. Thank you for introducing me to the world of Frozen and Disney soundtracks. I will never be able to hear Let It Go or Love is an Open Door without hearing your voice. Love your partner in crime from the App area, Alice.
Morgan, from our many roadhouse days to our mutual love for hunting and fishing, I'm so thankful we're best friends. When I first met you, I knew your values and integrity were second to none. While you joke that you always be brutally honest with someone, even though it hurts sometimes, I know that it helps people you encounter and me to grow, and I thank you for that. Thank you for all the times you had my back, brother. You're a man that knows where he stands and is firm in his values, and I respect that about you. I look forward to whatever dock, tree stand, or dino booth our friendship takes us to, and I'm so glad you're joining the Hokie Nation so we can make some more kicking memories next year.
Morgan, whether it's singing Mulan or reenacting Frozen, I can always count on you to brighten my day and be the best lip-syncing partner I've ever needed. I'll never forget traveling from one end of the state to the other, quoting movies and showing you what land without hills looks like. Thank you for not only being a friend, but a brother too.
Morgan, your practicality is an asset to our team. Thank you for keeping us focused and realistic and making my gung-ho idea something we could actually pull off. Your ability to relate to others, though, has taught me a lot, and I am excited you'll be a fellow Hokie next year. Make your mark always, Brittany.
Morgan, you and I were like brothers from the start. Literally, I cannot even count the times that we have been confused for one another this year. We have shared many laughs, and our times together have been a blast. I am also a huge fan of your laugh when we get you going. I appreciate you always being honest, even when sometimes we didn't want to hear it. One thing for sure is that if you were with us, we were gonna eat well. You were the driving source to make sure we kept things down to earth. Even though you have been confused for a female thanks to your name, you will always be one of the bros. Much love, man. Stay true, stay you, Zach.
It's a true honor to have you as a team member, but more importantly, we're blessed to have you as a friend. No matter what, it was always a good time around you. Whether you were going on a rant about Coke is amazing and Pepsi just should not exist, or laughing at that famous high-pitched Morgan Smith laugh, or laughing at your cravings for Texas Roadhouse at 9 in the morning. It was never a dull moment. But more importantly, we're very thankful for how grounded you are and how you always kept us straight on the right path and never got to let us get too crazy. So Virginia FFA, I introduce to you your 2014-2015 Virginia State Vice President, Morgan Smith.